All right, this is the Cherry Grove Pier, the Prince Resort, up in the parking ramp here. Remember to hashtag YouTube Truth and Robert Forsch to send a powerful message to the censors of artificial intelligence. It's beyond Facebook, it's beyond YouTube, it's beyond Elon Musk, Steve Jobs. Where in the heck is Steve Jobs anyway? Probably uploaded to the cloud somewhere in some fashion form with his buddy Elon Musk helping him out with that. Wow, there it is. There it is. Okay, I'm zooming in. So I've got a live Facebook broadcast that will be a YouTube video when I get home, as well as the excuse me, P1000 recording of this. To put this in perspective, the coastal preserve, there's the windmill down there where I recorded it the other day, and the walkout right down there, right where the people are in the middle of the view recording it. Isn't that special? I wanted to show that so that I can show you that was the vantage point that I shot it from the past few days. And now I'm at a considerably different vantage point, as you can see. The sun is local. The sun, moon, and stars move over the stationary level Earth, whether you like it or not. How about that? How about that? Okay, now I'm going to go on over and see if I can capture the moonset. Now I've got a shot of the moonset over here. Apparently when we were supposed to be having the an eclipse. Okay, but that was at a different time of the year. And I shot that from right here. I remember it. Notice how flat the water is, even though it's got ripples on it. Can't see many of the buildings here. I'm going to zoom in a bit and show you what it looks like with a lot of moisture. Oh, we can't see Europe from North America. Duh, there's too much moisture in the air. Okay, sorry about that. Don't be so stupid. Rich Ferguson, he's a funny guy. I'm a funny guy too. The whole situation is funny, as in ironic as well. Now I stepped out of the breeze a little bit. Okay, what you're noticing, hopefully, is the horizon is horizontal and the buildings are vertical. Hello, that's just the way it is. Now in the winter, the sun comes up in the middle of the view there. And the moon is nowhere to be seen for me right now. I'm gonna drive on around. It's better than running. I'm gonna drive around to the other side, hopefully to show us or to see the moon if I can, because right now where I am I would not be able to see that. The great eclipse, my dad died a couple of days before it. That was a couple years ago, so I did some recording of it. What I showed was obviously not the moon The moon the moon couldn't possibly do what we saw in the great eclipse. There's debunking videos on that eclipse. I didn't make one of them. I was memorializing the life of my dad and traveling to Wisconsin. That's what I did with that. In the context of that, what I would simply say is that I've got a digital footprint that shows the evidence that I do a lot of this, whatever this is, showing you the world that we actually live in with the passion to help you to understand the importance of being born again. There is mystery with the sun, and the moon and the stars and all that. What I would simply say is when NASA tells me what the temperature and distance is, I'm like, no, you're making this garbage up. It's science fiction. We got way too much water in this world that proves we're not on a globe. Okay, now watch what happens, line of sight. Right now, based on my best information, the moon is in the middle of the view right there on both recording and broadcast. We're not going to see a 4% moon in that kind of haze. No way. The fact that I got a 10%er yesterday was brilliant, just so you know. It was fascinating that I was able to get that much to show you. Job 37 proclaims the sun is in the midst of the clouds. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to move to the right a little bit. I want you to watch what happens to the view. And now I'm zoomed in tight on the sun. And I just want you to realize I'm going to stay here for a bit, but I want to back up a little bit, and I'll zoom on in again. We've got a water tower on each side of the building. One much closer on the right, further away on the left. Back up to the sun again. That's why I was heard saying, do you feel yourself spinning, wobbling, and gyrating? No, I'm rock solid. I am. I'm on the solid rock of Christ. I'm zoomed in on the sun moving. It's just what it does. Okay, now I'm going to just show you some flat water. That is just obviously flat. A few ripples on it. Now I'm going to zoom in on, or show you the ocean a bit. The waves coming in. The wind is coming from the southwest. That's why the waves are on an angle. If I can see the moon, I'll shoot it. Now I'm going to pan back over and the sun should be out of my perspective here. And it is. So what will I do? I'll show you exactly what I'll do. I'm going to step right over here. Can I get it? Well, yes, I can. Come on. There it is. It's like lining up a gun. I'm an excellent marksman, by the way. I just prefer to let all my targets live. That's why I use a camera instead of a weapon of death. This is a weapon of mass instruction. Both of them, my iPhone 10, my P1000, P900. I'm leveraging the same artificial intelligence that I'm outing. Now look at how the sun is closer to the top of the building from this vantage point. Look at the movement. You know, in movies, they call it a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, I'm going to tell you what's happening here. I'm telling you what's happening here. That's what's going on, and I'm showing you. For gosh sakes, nobody could be living upside down in relationship to other people. That's absurd. Now look at how the water tower is closer to the right side of the building, and there's more space on the left water tower. We can see how much further away it is. And the cell towers, which are, well, wow, that one is really rigged up. What I can see, I'll just, there's a lot of electronics on it. I'm using those electronics and the World Wide Web. You can make it a thing if you want to just look at how the sun and the moon and stars move. You would never have to watch another flat earth video. Just look at reality. It exposes the impossibility of the globe, but it's more than that. Ooh, look at the jet flying above there. Let's see if I can zoom in on them. They have jets that don't require people to be on them, and they can spray all kinds of stuff, and do. The Pegasus, Jay Tuck talked about it in Artificial Intelligence. It's about 17.5-minute long video of showing the Pegasus. It's a jet-operated, artificial intelligence navigated and operated weapon it's an autonomous weapon, doesn't require a person to say, yeah, I'll go ahead and blow all those people up. Just gets a kill decision from AI. How about that? How about that? So the AI we don't have to wait for Kim Jong-un to launch an EMP or anybody else, Russia, an EMP. Electromagnetic pulse to knock out our power grid. I suspect when we were scrambling around to try and figure out how to survive Y2K, that a whole bunch of technology was integrated to automate the power distribution and generation. I didn't see it then. I didn't even know what artificial intelligence was when I was chopping firewood about 7 hours a day and working about 10 hours a day. I didn't know about it. I do now, and I'm telling. You can hashtag Alexa, hashtag Siri, hashtag AI, hashtag Robert Forsch. It's one of the workarounds. I've got friends all over the world. You know who you are, who are sharing my content. I appreciate that. When you hashtag my name, I don't necessarily know that. AI knows exactly who hashtags my name, where you're sitting, what device you're on. And it knows every keystroke, everything you look at, where you go, where you buy stuff. We're all surveilled. Now, you may be in a compound somewhere, hunkering down with a bunch of canned goods, guns, gold, and who knows what else, or not. I'm out here in plain sight. Plane, plain sight, and plain. I don't mind. You know, people are out here looking. They're looking for a better shape, maybe looking for a new relationship. Seashells, mourning the loss of a loved one through death or divorce. I'm a really deep thinker, I hope you notice. And it's because God wants me to help alert you to the significance of this life that we're living. Okay, so what I showed, you can't see it as much on the live broadcast as the fine detail that you'll be able to notice. Using the architecture as a marker. It can be a thing. Yeah, you don't, okay, so for example, maybe you don't have an ocean next to you. However, you've got structures, maybe, or trees. Something you can notice how the sun moves different paths, different times of the year. And so does the moon. It's not like accidental or random. It's a celestial timepiece. It's what it is. So if you're watching a video and you look down in the lower right corner of the view and you notice a lens of a camera coming out, you can know that there's another video associated with it that has the zoom way in. Okay, I'm going to leave the same zoom in on this, and I'm just going to pan on down to the people in the ocean. It's one of the ladies with the turtle bucket looking for the sea turtles, the turtle rescuers. And the dog walkers. Down further, about a mile further down, there will be the dog rescue people I know on the other side of the pier. Rescue dogs and the people who love them. It's amazing. Same zoom, now up on the sun again. I'm using the architecture as a marker to show the movement of the sun, because the earth is stationary and level. That's why I've been hashtagging stationary level earth. It's not only that they're censoring flat earth is viewed by so many as stupid. I want you to think about it different. It's stationary, it's not moving, and it's level. Early on, when I first got aware of the flat earth, as it's called, I said, well, it's not really exactly flat. We've got mountains over 5 miles tall, right? That's not flat. So, moved in tight on the view here. I've got a little antenna on the top of the building and the sun. I've never shot this before, just so you know, like this, from this vantage point. I have a video, Mysterious Sunrise would be one of the hashtags that I've called it. It looked like there were two birds, one that flew in front of the sun, like that one right there just did. A bunch of them flying in front of, and then at the same height, it appeared that a bird flew behind the sun. Well, that's just crazy talk, right? Well, if the sun is in the clouds, the birds are in the the birds are in the clouds. It's possible. It's a bit mysterious. I don't even know how it works exactly. Did God really say? So if you're watching this video, or I should say if you're watching the live broadcast and you want to open up another window and see the sun appearing in the clouds, you can hashtag local sun. I'll do it on this video probably. The sun is closer now, I can tell. So that's full zoom. Yeah, that can't see much with that. So Richie from Boston did some video with this P900. He zoomed in on things that were a known distance away and then back up to the sun. Very interesting. So the people are fishing. Looks like a dad and a son there fishing. I was struck by lightning. You can hashtag struck by lightning. There were 5 surf fishermen out there and a storm whooped up. We all got hit. Those sea turtles I've seen out here, they're called loggerheads, some of them. They get to be about, some of them as big as 1,200 pounds. That's a big turtle. That's really big. Okay, there it is. Sun in the clouds. Local sun. Oh, some of the people I'm connected with in the truth movement think I'm just as crazy as a hoot. Oh well, I'm good to go. I'm free. I'm a free man sharing a message to set other people free. So not only do I have the disapproval of people, well, there's disapproval of people in and out of the supposed truth movement with a variety of perspectives. Oh well. So I do have a polarized lens on the P1000. It's a high-grade glass polarized lens to take some of the glare off. It maintains the integrity of the color and gives me some beautiful shots. It's not a magic lens. It's not any trickery. My camera is a form of artificial intelligence. Pretty darn smart, smarter than me. That's one of the advantages of this new technology. I would encourage everybody to get a P1000. Take it on out. I just keep mine on the auto setting for the most part because it's smarter than me. And I make sure I've got batteries charged up. I went to B&H Photo and I can charge my batteries mobile with the USB. Can charge them on the beach. I get about an hour of recording time with that. I get about an hour and a half to 2 hours on my cell phone. So some of it is when I record these and they're an extended version, it gives you an idea not only to hear what I have to say, if you choose to. You can hit the mute button. I don't care. You can listen to whatever you want. What it establishes is location. I'm gonna pan on around here and show you where I am. there's that big dog again. Nice people. I meet a lot of fascinating people in what I do. So when I'm all passionate about exposing the reality of vaccinations harming children, do you think that mother would want to harm that girl who she's holding her hand, stretching? Would that make any sense? So what I do is I reach out to humanity, and I've got a video playlist that is very divisive. People will see the videos and they'll like them, hate them, like me, hate me. Oh well. So for those of you watching that video right there, there's the live broadcast. There's a mother and a daughter that are walking there. I zoomed in on them. The beach services people that I know, people reflecting on their lives. Looks like he's getting his fishing pole rigged up. So it's a symphony of humanity that comes on out here to enjoy the beauty and majesty of creation. This is Robert Forsch with the YouTube channel Truth. I'm to the end of the first P1000 recording. Thanks for watching. I'm going to stay live on the Facebook, which will be a longer YouTube broadcast. So feel free to scroll around on my liked videos. You might find some interesting content. We've got the big swimming pool above and the little swimming pool below, right there. And then there's a swimming pool up above me on the parking deck, or above the parking deck of the Prince Resort. Now some of these cameras are actually online. So if they're online, now here's some water seeking its level. Is it coming out of the swimming pool or the pipes? It's been happening for a while.